との約束の日だぞ。奥ざ。
Well, Shenyun banned Mountain Shaper from Mount Outsong for 3 days.
Oh, then what about Mooncarver?
The scheme to plant mint in one's abode was one those two fools devised together? And when it comes to punishment, one does not discriminate. His banishment ends in 3 days as well.
Wow, that's pretty harsh, Cloud Retainer.
Let's get down to business. We have news of Rex Lapis.
Huh? Isn't that...
Yes, Rex Lapis's Geopillar. It descended from on high this morning. He must have sent it for a reason, but it does not respond to our touch.
So, what does it mean? Is he in trouble?
Not necessarily. It could be a message only a specific person is meant to receive. Traveler, you alone spoke to Rex Lapis before he left.
Oh, so it must be for the Traveler.
Give it a try.
Come to the spring on Mount Qingse. I have left an entrance for you.
Well?
Just as one surmised, it seems that Rex Lapis will not countenance our involvement in this matter.
That would not surprise me in the slightest. He's always had a soft spot for the Traveler, after all. But be that as it may, we have served Rex Lapis for millennia now. In other words, I'm sure this has nothing to do with favoritism. He's probably just trying to protect us.
That's right. So you mustn't let your guard down, even if Rex Lapis is by your side.
All right, let's get going. We'll try not to keep you all waiting. Keep your eyes peeled. He should be around here somewhere.
Who could have imagined that the once mighty Geo Archon might end up so, sitting on a humble stool in the woods, quietly weaving moon lanterns? You really do look like an old man now.
This is a Shao lantern, not a moon lantern. In ages past, when the gods waged war and the world was in turmoil, these lanterns were lit to guide fallen warriors back to their homes. Had you tarried in the mortal realm for but a little while longer, you might have become quite accustomed to them.
Even so, it bears such a striking resemblance to the moon lanterns they used to offer up to the heavens. Could this truly be mere coincidence?
Perhaps in some sense it is, yet in another, it isn't. For instance, who is to say that some of Langan's magnificent jade did not become part of the very foundations upon which Liyue Harbor now stands? It is conceivable that this ritual was transmitted in such a manner too.
Now, let's not let ourselves get carried away. For all its splendor, do not forget that, in the end, even Langan could not escape its heaven-sent fate. Alas, it is just a pity that the little creatures of this world may never again lift their eyes to the moon, even should misfortune befall them. But you, Geo-Lord, now that you rule this realm, why take the trouble, not to mention the risk, to visit one who bears such profound guilt as I? Are you not afraid that you might be sullied by the curse of time that was laid upon me?
There is no risk to speak of. At least, not in comparison to that which you took when you defied the heavens all that time ago.
As I have stated, time and again, it was not I who defied the heavens. Geo-Lord, the ancient affairs of Langan have nothing to do with me, for I am but one of her deadly selves, severed before her demise. My name is not Zebai, but Zichao. Surely you did not take us for one and the same, solely on the basis that we may all assume the form of white horses? Sorry to break it to you, but you seem to have found yourself the wrong white horse. Anyway, do tell me, what urgent matter brings you here?
Very well, then. I have come to ask for Zebai's shade.
Oh? So, the Geo-Lord has set his sights upon Zebai's human soul. And what is it that you intend to do with it?
The world outside is changing. With the new moon's birth, the confines of the shadow moon are gradually disintegrating. In other words, the heavenly soul is set to return. Consequently, strange phenomena have manifested within Langan's former domain, leading to the earthly soul's reappearance as well. The last of the trio, the human soul, is in your possession.
Most intriguing.
My intention is to gather all three together, so that an old friend may finally make her return.
I must admit, it seems that some remarkable affairs are coming to pass in the outside world. Yet there is one thing you seem to have overlooked, Lord of Geo. Back in the day, it was you that freed me from that painting. And afterwards, I took up arms in your name. Together, we first subdued Chenyu Vale, then brought peace to Mount Qingse. It was for this cause that the contract between us was made. But now that the debt has been repaid, what cause have you to expect my aid?
Zebai and I have long been friends. Given not only that you were manifested from a corrupt desire within her divine form, but that you also possess a fragment of her soul, how can you purport to be the wrong white horse?
I think you'll find that we are now as separate and distinct as any two beings ever were. What once shone with radiant purity has long become dust. What you see is no longer what it was. Oh, great Lord of Geo, should this still be unclear to you, I bid you take your leave.
It seems that the fault lies in my own lack of consideration. As you wish. I shall let this matter rest.
Wait! One moment, if you will. Should this not be your opportunity to propose a new contract? The part where you make me an offer I simply couldn't refuse? Even those puny mortals know how to haggle when striking their bargains. Should you, the famed god of contracts, not likewise strive for success through negotiation? Come now, enough with the posturing. It's time to name your price.
Very well. I had, in truth, prepared a new contract for your consideration.
I knew you would not come before me unprepared. Yet, you should know that I want for nothing, for I live in the mountains, carefree and untroubled. Occasionally, I even find sport in teasing the mortals who stumble into my presence.
Then why persist in telling them those ancient stories? I speak of what transpired before the sky collapsed and the earth sank into itself.
That is merely my way of passing the time. And what of it? Would any believe, much less remember, the ramblings of a mountain hermit?
Those tales have long since spread throughout the mortal realm.
Who?
Should my words prove insufficient, I invite you to see the world for yourself. To this end, I have found you a pair of trusty guides. The Lantern Rite is presently underway in Liyue, and should prove quite intriguing for you.
So this, then, is the contract you have prepared for me?
Indeed it is. Think of it as a contract for a one-day festive excursion.
Surely you do not hope to offer this in exchange for Tsubai's shade. The foundation of my very existence for a little excursion seems a little steep, wouldn't you say?
Why not see for yourself? You can always decide afterwards. The final determination, of course, shall rest with you.
Is that so? Then perhaps this deal might not be entirely off the table after all. Where then are these guides of which you speak?
Hey, it's Zhongli! Oh, we've been looking for you everywhere. We thought you might have gone missing.
You're here.
So these are my guides. Well, well. They certainly look the part, I'll give you that.
Guides?
Oh, you poor innocent little creatures. The benevolent Lord of Geo has sold you to me, which means that for the rest of this day, you belong to me.
Sold us to you? Just what have you gotten us into, Zhongli?
The situation is not quite as dire as that would sound. I ask only that you accompany my Adeptus friend on a tour of Liyue.
I would suspect that depends on how well you entertain me.
Entertain you?
Let us start with this Liyue harbor of which I have heard so much. Nowhere is quite so fascinating as a place teeming with little mortals.
How come this Adeptus sounds so different from what Paimon imagined? Okay, we'll take care of it. Get ready to find out why they call Paimon the best travel guide in all of Tibet. Look! We've arrived at Liyue Harbor. Not only is it Tibet's busiest port, it's also the beating heart of Liyue. So, dear Madam Adeptus, where would you like to go first?
With humble fare and wine to sip, in comfort clothed and soul at ease, one eats, and all the heart's ills cease.
So we're heading straight for the good stuff? Well, you're in luck, because Paimon's an expert when it comes to food. There are two main cooking styles in Liyue. Li cuisine, which is all about mountain delicacies, and Yue cuisine, which is centered on seafood. The most famous restaurants are Liyue Pavilion and Shinyue Kiosk. Oh, now Paimon's starting to drool. Guess our only option is to go try them both. 2 meals back to back.
Both sound like excellent options to me. Are these the kind of establishments that most people might visit on a regular basis?
Not exactly. Both Li cuisine and Yue cuisine are known for their pricey ingredients. Definitely not what you'd call the budget options. But don't you worry about that. Just think of it as Zhongli's little treat. Come on! Aren't you supposed to be pals with Hu Tao? I'm unsure we can afford to spend a little more of her mora at least. Hey! All Paimon wants is to provide our Adeptus with the best possible experience here. Don't you want that too?
Both certainly sound like worthy choices. Just now, though.
A hungry porter, huh? Oh, yep. Nothing fancy schmancy there. Just tasty dishes made with simple ingredients in a variety of different styles. Most importantly, it's great value for money, too. No wonder everyone loves it, huh? Oh, and the owner happens to be a good friend of ours, too.
One mean restaurant. Yes, even the name itself feels lively and down to earth. All right, let's make it our first stop.
Yippee! That's a great choice, too. Alrighty, let's head over there right away. Paimon can't wait to dig in. Wamin Restaurant, here we come.
Running late again.
Xiangling, Chef Mel, we're here.
Oh, hello there. What a surprise to see you two. Welcome, welcome.
Hey there, Traveler and Paimon. We're a little busy today, so grab a table while you still can. But I don't think I've met this lady before. Is she a new friend? You could say that. Oh, I see. Well, hey there. A friend of the Traveler's a friend of mine, too. Don't worry, we'll take good care of you. Just order whatever you want, it's on the house. By the way, I'm Xiangling. I cook here at One Mean Restaurant. What's your name?
Miss Xiangling, have you ever heard of the White Horse Adeptus?
Of course. What about her?
I am her, and she is me.
Huh? You mean you're an Adeptus?
Oh, you young'uns crack me up. Come on, Xiangling. You've got to keep up with the times. Haven't you heard of cosplay? It's like a role-playing game where you dress up as famous characters and pretend to be them. Seriously, it's all the rage, and it looks like this young lady is quite the expert. Your friends sure keep their fingers on the pulse, huh, Traveler?
Wow, Dad. Didn't know you were so tuned in. But how come I haven't heard about it?
You gotta listen to our customers. Didn't I tell you to spend less time chasing after wild vegetables and more time making friends? You're even more out of touch than I am.
Hey, I like making friends too. Isn't that what I'm doing right now? Anyway, even if it is just a costume, is it all right if I still call you White Horse Adeptus?
Of course it's all right, because that's exactly who I am.
Okay. I can see you're really committed to the role. How about I call you the real White Horse Adeptus instead? In that case, you can call Paimon the real Traveler. Yeah, right. You could have at least switched outfits.
Puny mortals. Nevertheless, I suppose it might be amusing to indulge in your little charade for a while at least.
All right, go grab yourselves a table. I'll come take your order in a bit.
Hello. May I ask if Miss Xiangling and Chef Mao are here?
Yeah, they're just over there. Wait a sec. So, what would you like to... You're...
Hello, Miss Xiangling. It's me, Lu Xiangxiang, the one who broke some stuff here at your restaurant a few days ago. I just wanted you to know how sorry I am. I honestly don't know what came over me. Please forgive me.
Oh, it's you. You really gave me a fright that day, young lady. You didn't actually get food poisoning from our black back perch stew, right?
Come on, Dad. She's come to say sorry. It's all right, Miss Lu. You must have been feeling a bit off that day. You're looking so much better now, though. Why don't you grab a table, too? This one's on the house.
No, I couldn't possibly.
Hey, it's totally okay. We all feel under the weather sometimes, especially when we're away from home. Go on, find yourself a... yikes. Looks like all the tables are taken. When it comes to... Thanks, guys. So what would you like to eat today? Feel free to order anything you like.
I should very much like to sample your renowned poisonous blackback perch stew.
It wasn't poisoned. That was all on me.
So that's one portion of blackback perch stew. How about you guys? Paimon wants... sure thing. Looks like Paimon's having trouble making up her mind. Anyway, I guarantee you'll love it. Let me think. Well, since the blackback perch stew is on the spicier side, I guess it makes sense to balance it out with a serving of stir-fried shrimp. And since it's Lantern Rite season, you better try out the triple-layered consomme and come and get it too. Those are our seasonal specials. As for the carbs, since we've got a full table, how about some right at home? Along with our special chili mince cornbread buns. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Then for dessert, I'll whip you up some Lucky Snow Delight. I just came up with it a few days ago, and I can't wait for you to try it. Wow! Sounds like quite the feast. Looks like Paimon's in luck today.
Am I the only one who thinks that's way too much?
Not at all. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. And to top it all off, our star dish, Adeptus Temptation. You should know that we don't often serve this here at Wanmin Restaurant. But since this is my first time cooking for the White Horse Adeptus, I'm pulling out all the stops. Okie dokie, just sit back and relax. I'll have your dishes out in no time.
Hold on. Did I just hear Miss Xiangling mention the White Horse Adeptus?
You did indeed. And you're looking right at her.
That's a joke, by the way. She's cosplaying.
Oh, I see. Phew, almost believed you there for a moment.
Tell me, little one, what business might you have with the White Horse Adeptus?
It's a long story. Basically, a while back, I took part in an archaeological dig over at the chasm. While we were there, we discovered a number of relics. Our findings show that they date back to the era of Long Gone, an ancient nation whose people are said to have been the ancestors of some of the modern-day inhabitants of Chenyu Vale.
And why might such matters concern the White Horse Adeptus?
Because some of those relics not only seem to contain textual references to her, but even depictions of what she looked like. There have long been legends claiming that the White Horse Adeptus was a deity of that era, but there are plenty of other theories out there too. If I could just locate some more detailed records, I'm sure we'd be able to find out so much more.
So you're into history?
Well, to tell you the truth, I actually joined the archaeological team by sheer accident. But once I'd started down this path, I knew that I wanted to make something of myself. Recently, though, things seem to have taken a turn for the worse. Still can't believe I caused such a mess, and...
Oh, so you're considering becoming a martial artist now instead?
No, I mean, they weren't seriously hurt. It was just a few scratches, and they let it go after my mother compensated them. Either way, my career's pretty much over. And even though both the victim and the Ministry of Civil Affairs say they won't be pursuing the matter any further, my father says he's going to punish me according to our family rules.
Family rules?
Yeah, he's decided to ground me. I'll have to return to Chaoying Village after Lantern Rite, and goodness knows when I'll be allowed to leave again.
Wow, that's harsh. Sounds like the kind of thing only rich, super traditional parents would do.
We're not exactly rich, though. All we own are a few tea fields in Chaoying Village and a guest house in Liyue Harbor.
A guest house? It isn't Baiju Guest House by any chance?
Yep, he's my grandfather. So you've heard of the guest house before?
Small world, huh? Come to think of it, didn't Boss Lu mention something about hoping that the White Horse Adeptus would show up and let her divine power be known? Sure, but Paimon's guessing this wasn't exactly what he had in mind.
Little one, it sounds to me that your family is rather well off after all. What then drew you to archaeology? Why subject yourself to such unnecessary hardships?
Even if I stayed at home, there's no guarantee I'd lead a nice, easy life. Just look at my father. Recently, my grandfather put him in charge of the guest house, and he came up with a bunch of ideas right away, starting with changing its name. That didn't turn out well, though. My grandfather yelled at him for days, even calling him a bad son, and they still haven't let it go.
Oh! Paimon thinks we might have heard about that too.
Long story short, being dependent on others is never fun. You just end up being completely under their thumb. That's why I want to make it on my own out here, no matter how hard it is. After all, as the saying goes, to rise above others, one must endure the hardest of hardships. What's so funny about that?
You poor, innocent little creatures never fail to amuse me. To think you would endure all manner of hardships in your brief time on this mortal plane, and all that merely to rise above others. I would have thought that the wiser path would be to simply roam this world as I do.
Huh?
Tell me, what is it that you truly delight in? Archaeology? Martial arts? Tea planting? Or perhaps the keeping of a guest house?
What I delight in?
Yes. Surely there must be something you don't find quite so exhausting. Whatever delights you should not feel like a burden.
But do things like that really exist?
Of course! Take Miss Xiangling, for instance. I defy you to detect even a hint of hardship on her face when she wields her walking spatula. So, since it seems you are resolved to tread the rocky path, you should strive with all your might to pursue that which brings you delight.
You mean, like cosplay?
I suppose you might say that.
Looks like the White Horse Adeptus is really getting into her role.
I think I get what you mean then. Maybe I should have a chat with Miss Xiangling before I head home.
Okay, everyone. Sorry to keep you waiting. Here's your food. Wow. It all smells so good.
Ooh, finally, I get to try that famous poisonous stew.
Hey, didn't you hear what Shang said? It wasn't the stew. If anyone's to blame, it's that other you. What's up?
How fiercely this mortal fare burns upon the tongue. Most satisfying as poisonous stews go. So, where to now? Time, I think, to seek out some diversion?
Oh, there's plenty of entertainment options in Liyue. Paimon will tell you that. The locals like to drink tea, walk their pets, play chess, watch operas, attend storytelling performances.
Storytelling performances?
You know, like listening to people telling stories. They're usually based on old Liyue legends, just like their operas. Stuff like The Divine Damsel of Devastation, Through the Eyes of a Dragon, or The Sanctification of Tao Do.
What about the story of the bright moon that sits in the sky above us?
Paimon doesn't think she's heard that one. Still, the moon does come up quite a lot. It's even in the name itself. The Yue in Liyue actually means moon. Since we're on the subject, you like telling stories yourself, right? Why don't we go check it out?
In that case, I'll have to trouble the two of you to lead the way.
Awesome! Let's go! Third round knockout, here we come!
What a tongue twister. I'd have made a complete fool of myself if I tried to say it on stage without practicing it first. Huh. Call yourself Iron Tongue, Tien. Wobbly Tongue, Tien, more like.
I used to have that problem a lot. But if you just take your time to grasp the meaning and commit it to memory, you'll be able to say it smoothly in no time.
You're right, Miss Yoon. I'll give it another try.
Hey, Yunchin! Fancy seeing you here! What are you two talking about?
Ah, Traveler and Paimon, we meet again. And who, may I ask, is this?
You may call me the White Horse Adeptus.
The White Horse Adeptus?
She's not really an Adeptus.
I see. Well, it certainly looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, funny you mention it. This type of thing is actually something I'm quite familiar with. Once, to perform through the eyes of a dragon, I decided to imagine that I was Rex Lapis himself. It was the only way to truly inhabit his mindset and understand his resolve to quell those demons.
Sounds like you just wanted an excuse to feel all big and powerful.
Hey, you just don't understand how inspiration works.
You're one to talk. Paimon's traveled all over with the Traveler, and she's seen things that would make your jaw drop.
All right, then. Since you claim to be so knowledgeable, why don't you prove it by reciting an ancient poem?
An ancient poem? Which one?
Ha! See? You mean to tell me you've never even heard of the ancient poem called An Ancient Poem?
What kind of a title is that?
Quit teasing, Paimon. We only just found out about that ourselves. He's talking about the writing on those ancient relics. When we first saw it, we couldn't figure out what it all meant. So in the meantime, we decided to just refer to it as an ancient poem. However, thanks to the painstaking work of the scholars who were tasked with decoding it, it seems like that's exactly what it was. Or rather, an ode offered in veneration of the moon and the White Horse Adeptus.
Oh, yeah! Didn't Kuching mention that before? It's got something to do with Longon, right?
That is correct. The Ministry of Civil Affairs has issued a notice stating that, although it is true that the moon may disappear tonight, we should be in no danger. In other words, there's nothing to fear. But if you're worried, we can always take a leaf from the Book of the Ancients. By reciting this poem, I mean, and calling for the White Horse Adeptus' aid. If we do that, I'm certain she'll protect our moon and keep us safe.
Oh, seriously? Paimon has to get a look at this. Under moon eternal in radiant night, under moon iridescent in night divine, something about fields being plowed, something else about seeds being sown from the earth.
The fields are plowed, the seeds are sown, and from the earth, life is grown.
Whoa! You did that without even looking!
Bravo! Bravo! We have an expert in our midst. Looks like this young lady really does know her role inside out. If I didn't know any better, I'd have taken her for the real deal.
That's because I am the real deal.
That's the spirit. This is exactly the kind of mindset I was talking about. Behold, mortals, I am none other than the indomitable Rex Lapis himself. Kneel before my godly splendor. Believe me, young lady, I know exactly why you do it. Back in the day, I was just like you.
I must say you are rather amusing as mortals go.
Miss White Horse Adeptus, it is a great pleasure to make your acquaintance today. I have some questions regarding the poem, and I was wondering, perhaps, if you might be able to shed some light on it?
You want me to explain the full meaning of its verses?
Your guidance would be much appreciated.
Fascinating. Tell me, do all the people of Liyue still express such reverence for the ancient ways?
Well, it's true that we hold a deep fondness for our history, but it is hardly our only pursuit. One of my good friends, for instance, is even more devoted to the modern Fontanian art of rock and roll.
Exactly. And don't forget, great practitioners of the role-playing arts walk among us too. People like me and you, young lady.
Yes. So rather than placing too much emphasis on our reverence for the ancient ways, it might be better to say that here in Liyue, 100 passions bloom, each with a voice of its own.
I see. Then, I suppose it wouldn't do any harm for me to enlighten you. In truth, it is but a simple poem of blessings. Its meaning is this. As the eternal moon rises in the night sky, a maiden adorned with lustrous jade descends upon the earth. She blesses the kudzu vines and mulberry leaves so that they may be used to make coarse cloth that is nevertheless soft, light, and comfortable to wear. As the iridescent moon rises in the night sky, a maiden adorned with lustrous jade descends upon the earth. She blesses the kudzu vines and hemp so that they may be used to make fine, luxurious cloth. As the frost moon rises in the night sky, a maiden adorned with lustrous jade descends upon the earth. She blesses the mugwort and artemisia so that they may be perfect for divination.
So she really did come down from the moon?
She shows the people how to use the plow and spade to purge the land of weeds, till the soil, and heap up the earth to make it fertile. Then with the hoe, she teaches them to sow their grain, bestowing the promise of life upon every seed. She blesses the millet and the beans, ensuring that their stalks and vines stretch forth without end. She graces the wheat and the rice, so that their heavy heads are filled with plump, glistening grain.
Sounds like she's a real pro at all this farming stuff.
The fruits of the field are harvested and brewed into sacred wine for honored guests. This we reverently present to the divine maiden, with every ceremonial step flawlessly observed, so that she may witness the depth of our piety and respect. Oh, divine maiden, how can your graceful presence in the sky not seem like that of a fairy descending from the heavens? Oh, divine maiden, how does your pure and radiant form not resemble the guardian spirit of our land? I send my heart's desire, ascending to the heavens, beseeching you to grant us good fortune and blessings in the coming year.
Huh? So, that's what it's supposed to mean?
I find myself speechless, moved beyond the power of words to convey. Oh, young lady, you have shown me the heights to which a true role player might aspire.
A truly remarkable performance. I did not anticipate that anyone could unravel this poem with such depth and clarity. And so soon after the Ministry of Civil Affairs noticed, too. I'd even begun to consider myself somewhat versed in the matter. But as they say, there's always someone more knowledgeable out there. Allow me to extend my thanks to you, Miss Whitehorse Adeptus.
You are far too humble, young one. I must confess, it is I who have been surprised, not only by you, but also by this Liyue harbor of the present day.
Ah, so you're not from Liyue. And what, may I ask, has surprised you about it?
Oh, it's nothing really. Just some old memories scattered here and there. Very well, my guides. I suppose it is time we set forth on the next part of our excursion. I'd like to go see that wharf now. What say the two of you?
No problem. We'll take you wherever you want.
Oh, leaving so soon? Before you go, allow me to introduce myself. I am Yunjin, director of the Yunhan Opera Troupe. May I ask your name in return?
My own name is scarcely worth mentioning, but since you asked, perhaps I'll tell you the title of that poem instead.
Huh? So, it isn't actually called an ancient poem?
Of course not. Its real title is Odes of Long Zabai.
Odes of Long Zabai.
All right then, until we meet again.
Ganyu! I almost forgot to mention. On my recent trip to Notcry, I came across something really fascinating in the Frost Moon Scion's library. I found records in their collection of another divine envoy living on the moon.
A divine envoy on the moon? You don't think it could have been referring to the White Horse Adeptus too, do you?
No way to say for sure. Still, the similarities between our legends are intriguing, to say the least. Isn't it amazing? Especially when you consider how far apart we are.
It truly is. We might live in different lands, but when we look up at the night sky, we all see the same moon and stars.
Right? It's like we're all bound together, no matter where we are. When you think of it like that, it's almost as if our friends from other nations will be right here celebrating with us. Isn't that a wonderful thought?
No wonder you were so excited to go see the giant lantern when you first got back. Sounds like you're a real fan of the White Horse Adeptus, huh?
I guess you could say that. Just a pity she's so elusive. Even Granny's never met her, you know? Maybe she really is just a legend after all.
Hey, Yanfei and Ganyu! Trust, Paimon. The White Horse Adeptus is as real can be.
Huh? Oh, look! It's the Traveler and Paimon! Feels like I haven't seen you two in, like, forever. Happy Lantern Rite. It's so good to see you again.
Hey, you two. Happy Lantern Rite.
Did I hear you right just now, Paimon?
She has indeed. And now, so have you.
And you are?
Why, who else? The White Horse Adeptus, of course.
Could you maybe start with something else next time?
You're the White Horse Adeptus?
That's right. Allow Paimon to introduce you to our new friend, Zichao. She's been low-key obsessed with cosplaying the White Horse Adeptus ever since we met her.
I see. Well then, greetings, Miss Zichao. My name is Yanfei, and recently I've been low-key obsessed with learning everything I can about the White Horse Adeptus.
I'm sure the two of you will get along like a house on fire. Oh, and by the way, I'm Ganyu.
So, Miss Zichao, you must be here to see the giant lantern too, right?
A horse-shaped Zhao lantern? Is that what I think it is?
That's right. A lantern made to honor the White Horse Adeptus herself. Isn't it gorgeous?
Huh? What are you laughing at?
Both the lantern and myself.
What do you mean?
Well, this lantern truly is an artistic masterpiece. But tell me this, have any of you ever seen a horse before?
Come to think of it, Paimon can't remember ever actually seeing one herself. What about you, Traveler?
Oh, this horse appears to be mid-trot, but it has adopted what is called a lateral gait, where the legs on one side of the body move together in unison. A rather rare sight indeed. Just now, I suddenly pictured myself, I mean, the White Horse Adeptus running the same way. The image was so absurd, I could barely contain my mirth.
Oh, really? I never knew that. You learn something every day, huh?
Oh, come on! It's basically a giant piece of fan art! Who cares if it's different than the original?
I was merely laughing at my own ignorance. I came here thinking that the White Horse Adeptus's tale had been long forgotten. Yet here I am, gazing upon a lantern made in her honor.
Well, you couldn't have been more mistaken. There are so many tales about the White Horse Adeptus, I'm starting to lose count. Just off the top of my head...
Just so you know, Yanfei, we've heard it all like a million times before.
Aha! But there's one thing I can guarantee that you haven't.
Huh? You mean like a new chapter of her stories come to light?
Mm-hmm. And I heard it from Ganyu just yesterday. Hey, why don't you share it with the others?
Sure, no problem. Where to begin? Do you guys still remember what Liyue's Moon Chase Festival is about?
Of course! It's a festival held in honor of the Stove God.
That's right. But it took a really long time for the Stove God Festival to become what it is today. In its earliest form, it was actually an adeptal ritual known as the Moonchase Rite.
Paimon remembers Madame Ping mentioning that before, but she never explained exactly what it was.
According to Cloud Retainer, the Moonchase Rite was originally a ritual meant for communicating with the moon.
Communicating with the moon? But for what purpose?
At first, Cloud Retainer wasn't entirely sure either, as it was always Rex Lapis who performed the ritual.
Whoa! Rex Lapis did it himself? Must have been a really important ritual.
That's right. Unfortunately, despite numerous attempts, they never actually received any response from the moon, which is why they eventually stopped performing it. But then, just yesterday, Kaching took a picture of the moon being obscured by a dark hole to Cloud Retainer and asked if it had anything to do with the Moonchase Rite. The moment Cloud Retainer saw it, it suddenly dawned on her that the rite might have been an attempt to reach the White Horse Adeptus all along.
Does that mean Zhongli's been trying to bring back the White Horse Adeptus all this time?
So how about that? Bet you never thought there might even be a link between the White Horse Adeptus and the Moonchase Festival.
If Kaching hadn't taken that picture to Cloud Retainer, we would never have known any of this.
This is probably what Kaching was referring to that day when she mentioned there were some ideas she wanted to follow up on.
So, Geo-Archon. All this time, you've been striving to awaken her.
Huh? What do you mean, awaken?
Nothing. What I truly meant to say was, this new insight you've provided has been truly eye-opening. Oh, by the way, my trusty guides, I've been meaning to ask, where in Liyue Harbor might one enjoy an expansive scenic view?
Huh? We're off to the next stop already? But Paimon's barely done digesting that lore bomb just now.
All the more reason to find the right spot to let it sink in.
Oh, so that's what you're up to. A tour of Liyue Harbor? In that case, if you're looking for a spot with a panoramic view, I'd recommend Yujing Terrace.
That's a great idea. Since the terrace is on higher ground, the sea view from up there's so much better. Great! Well, the lantern ride's about to start, so we should get back to Granny's now.
Hope to see you all at the festival tonight.
Oh, you're off too? All right then. See you both soon.
See you soon!
Very well, my guides. What are we waiting for?
Okay, you're the boss. Eugene Terrace it is. After all, the customer's always right.
Something else you needed to do?
Oh, Paimon likes that idea.
And what, may I ask, is a photo?
It's this awesome invention that lets you record moments in the blink of an eye. Except, you've got to try not to actually blink.
Oh? What must I do in preparation then?
Nothing. All you gotta do is choose a pose. The Traveler will handle everything else. Come on, let's give it a try. Look, we got a great picture. Paimon's gonna call it The White Horse Adeptus Meets the White Horse Adeptus in Liyue Harbor.
Huh. They've even discovered a way to preserve moments in time. Now I truly am curious to witness what else these mortals might accomplish. Very well, let us proceed. Eugene Terrace lies in that direction, does it not?
Hey, wait for us!
Truly a marvelous view if ever there was one. It seems the charm of this Liyue Harbor is only heightened by the sun's dying light.
And soon, people will start releasing their shell lanterns to mark the most important day of the year. Practically everyone will be with their friends and family, eating a big meal, chatting, and even setting off fireworks. Trust Paimon, it'll look even more amazing then. What do you say? Want to stay to see that?
No need. let us bring this weary day to a close.
Weary day? You mean you didn't enjoy your tour?
I had imagined you would arrange for me to witness some grand spectacle. Perhaps the descent of divine beings, the manifestation of the sacred before mortal eyes, or the appearance of a selfless hero come to aid the helpless and downtrodden. Or, should that not come to pass, then at the very least spend a little more coin. For that, it seems, is how one finds true enjoyment. Alas, but there was none of these. Instead, we merely filled our bellies, listened to tales, and gazed upon a crude imitation of my likeness. And now the sun begins its descent. What a day of quiet tedium.
Well, we're so sorry. If we'd known that was what you wanted, we'd have done it all differently. It's all that Zhang Li's fault for not making the customer's requirements clear.
Well, it's too late now. Do you still believe I would part with that soul fragment, now so intertwined with my very being?
But...
I knew you were the more astute of the pair.
Huh? You were just trying to scare Paimon?
It seems the realm of the Geo Archon has a way of making one more stony-faced.
So, you were just pulling Paimon's leg?
Of course. I was merely engaging in a little banter with the two of you. Long ago, I shared tales with various mortals who chanced upon my mountain abode. Never did I imagine that those stories would endure. It seems I greatly underestimated them. Perhaps, as your Geolord said, a few pieces of ancient Langan's magnificent jade have truly become part of the very foundation of this land.
So, you've decided to help us?
Again, that goes without saying. I made up my mind some time ago now. When I beheld a rather intriguing scene as I set foot in this city, I saw porters passing through the alleys, setting down heavy wooden crates from their weary shoulders. Peddlers pushing carts as the kites and lanterns upon them rustled gently in the breeze. I saw cooks cooking, actors acting, scholars reading, soldiers marching, children playing, elders resting, officials officiating, and the common folk absorbed in this or that, reveling in the simple joys of life. Some, it seems, have already found that which stirs their hearts, while others continue to fret, troubled by uncertain futures. Yet, in this gentle and serene order, each holds fast to their anticipation, not only for the celebrations to come, but also for the first light of the morrow. Scenes I once yearned to behold now unfold before me, no longer in Langan, but in Liyue Harbor, thousands of years on. How wondrous is this mortal realm!
Thank you, Whitehurst Adeptus! Thank you so much!
Adeptus, Adepti, perhaps the singular art in which we are truly proficient is that of sequestering ourselves within the high mountains. But once we leave our mountain refuge, we find ourselves drawn back to mortal ways all the same. So, it is I who should offer my thanks to the two of you. Traveler, Paimon, you have made this day more delightful than any I've known in a long, long time. Come now, and take what it is you need.
You mean, like, right now? But don't you think we should wait for Zhang Li?
That won't be necessary. All things shall meet again in their time, for the waters know no rest, and the flowers their appointed season. One need not fear that life is but a journey of goodbyes.
Is she gone?
Yes, she's gone. A deadly self is formed from the body's impure vapors, so naturally it cannot survive long in this world. Had it not been sustained by the remnant of Zibai's soul, it would have faded away a long time past. Now that the remnant is gone, It has severed its ties to the mortal world.
Zhengli! When did you get here?
A while ago.
I would have thought you'd at least want to say goodbye.
Though mountains endure, the ceaseless waters will, at last, wear away their sharp edges. Thus must I meet the marks wrought upon her by the ruler of time with great caution. It may be goodbye for now, but someday we will meet again.
Really? And when might that be?
Who can say for sure? Years and years from now, perhaps. Or maybe tonight, at the Lantern Rite.
Are you saying that if the White Horse Adeptus were to be resurrected, she'd still have the memories of the 3 deadly selves? That she'd still remember us?
We will find out soon enough. It is time. The rite is about to begin.
The rite is about to begin.
Is the moon really gonna disappear? Got your lanterns ready, everyone?
All set.
Might be about time to put eyes to the sky. Wouldn't you say, Tianchuan?
Look!
When the sun's out, eat the sun. When the moon's out, eat the moon.
Whoa, is this the lunar eclipse?
Under moon eternal, in radiant night, a maiden grants silk, soft and light. Under moon iridescent, in night divine, a maiden grants fiber for cloth
For
so
you.
fine. Under moon of frost, in night so great, a maiden grants tools to divine our fate. The fields are plowed, the seeds are sown, and from the earth, life is grown. The seedlings stretch, the crops do rise, and all unfolds before our eyes. Fruits are gathered, sweet wine is poured. These gifts we offer to our Lord. Pure as heaven, so fair and bright, she shines as light in this dark night.
And with her does this, wish take flight.
Devoted soul, scattered and unbound. Let this lantern guide you home. By its light be found.
Did we do it? Do we finally get to meet the real White Horse Adeptus?
This place. Where am I?
A familiar land, now known by the name of Liyue.
Liyue? The peaks adorn the clouded moon. Then who might you be?
Oh no! She seems to have lost all her memories after all.
And those countless lights in the sky. What are they?
These lights, each like a dwelling in glad accord, usher in this day of joyous rebirth.
And whose rebirth might that be?
That of my old friend, Kawai.
Zabai?
Yeah, that's you! Don't you remember anything at all?
That's... me? Oh, yes. The envoy of the Lunar Palace. My name is Zabai, indeed. Then, You must be... the Lord of Geo, Heaven's Star.
Many years have passed since we last saw one another. Goodbye, my friend. Welcome home.
Home? But why does this place, this Liyue, feel at once so strange and yet so familiar? Who you are? Who are you? Ah, yes, I remember now. You are that treasure-hunting damsel, the one stricken by the poisonous fish stew. How goes your quest for treasure? You must have achieved both fame and fortune by now, I trust.
Hey, you've got it all wrong! You're talking about Lu Xiangxiang. And how many times do we have to tell you? She wasn't poisoned! Sheesh!
But I could have sworn... Oh, that's right. You're that impudent blonde youngster who kept meddling in my affairs. And to think you even had the audacity to presume yourselves worthy of being... What was it again? Ah, yes, of being my guides. How very wonderful to see you again, my most faithful and beloved guides. I trust all has been well in my absence?
Well, she finally got it right. But that sudden mood swing felt even weirder. It's like her head's packed full of slimes.
It is possible that her cells have not yet settled. After all, they've only just been brought back together. It may be some time before she fully recovers.
Huh? You mean, kinda like she's still half asleep?
That I cannot say for certain. Perhaps a few days, perhaps a few years.
A few years?
Mortal years are but a poor measure when divine beings tread the realm of dreams.
If you say so. Anyway, at least she's whole again, right? That already seems like a pretty good outcome to Paimon.
Yes, there is little cause for worry. We need only wait and let time take its course.
Say, what are those little creatures over there up to?
Celebrating Lantern Rite, of course. And those lights up in the sky? Those are all Xiao lanterns. This year, each and every one of them carries a little wish inside.
Lantern Rite. Then, may I join in too?
Of course! Why else do you think we've been running around like headless chickens these past few days? Tell you what, Traveler, why don't we take the White Horse Adeptus out to celebrate? Who knows? Maybe seeing some familiar faces might help her find her feet? Hey, Zhangli! You've got some time on your hands now, right? Why don't you come along with us?
By no means a bad idea, Paimon.
Oh, and Sabai, before Paimon forgets, when we meet the others later, remember to wish them a happy Lantern Rite.
Happy... Lantern Rite?
Happy Lantern Rite!
Yes! Happy Lantern Rite indeed.
Well then, let's go!
Lantern Rite. A night of joy, reunion, and moonlit blessings for all.